I recently got this One Punch Man Potekoro mascot set, and it comes in a box of 6 with 1 of each type. I didn't get the limited edition, where there were actually 7 figures. The extra figure is actually just a different expression for Terrible Tornado. All of the figures have embroidered facial features, and that includes the eyes, the eyebrows, and the mouth. The ears are just 2 skin-colored separate pieces usually, and they have a small ball chain that you can hang on to stuff. So let's start with the hero of the show, Saitama. So Saitama is actually wearing his hero suit with his famous nonchalant expression. His suit actually has a lot of details, which includes his belt, his zipper pull, and some cape buttons right there. The cape itself is a separate piece, like so. It's sewn on one end here, but not on the other end, so you can actually flip this up to make it look like he's flying. Not a very realistic look, but something you can do. Overall, Saitama looks great, except for the part where the cape and the underbelly meets. Right here, as you can see, here it's not meeting at the same line, so his head ends here, but then his head ends here where the cape is. This is okay for the other figures because they actually have hair, but since Saitama's bald, this doesn't make sense. Next up is Genos, who has just a neutral expression on his face. His hair is made out of quite a few different pieces, and adds some detail and depth to the face. The suit is printed on, but there's really not much detail on this character, which is disappointing, because out of all 6 of these characters, he should be the one with the most mechanical details. But as you can see, just some very simple blue for the top, a little bit of gray details to simulate some of the shoulders, and the dark pants. There's absolutely no other mechanical details beside the 2 shoulder pad things. Also, that blue on his top seems to be a different color compared to what I saw in the show. The anime should be more grayish green, whereas this one is more royal blue on the figure. Overall, this Genos figure is disappointing. I expected him to be the most detailed character of the 6 in the set, but he just doesn't have enough of the mechanical details I expected on this character. Next up is Sonic. He's in his confident, smirking look, which is perfect for this figure. His hair is just in 2 pieces, but there's quite a lot of detail in it and replicates the character quite well. His printed suit actually has more details than you think it does. Since it has the purple scarf, you've got the metal waistband all around him, and you see part of the scarf here as well, and the shoulder armor right here. The shoulder armor and the waistbands actually have a little bit of rivet details. Overall, this figure is quite well done. It's probably one of the best in the set. Next up is Terrible Tornado. As you can see, her expression is in her pissy mood, which fits her character quite well. The hair is just 1 or 2 big pieces, but I really like how they replicated her bangs here. The other parts of the figure are quite boring, just brown all around, really. But really, that's not a fault of the figure. The character itself in the show really only wore a dark dress, so this is accurate to the anime. Overall, the figure's not bad. I think the expression and the hair really saves the boringness of the overall figure. Here we have Hellish Blizzard. She's pretty much in the same expression as her sister, except her mouth is slightly upturned instead. The hair is okay, decently detailed, fits with what the character looked like in the anime. But again, the figure itself, not too many details all around, just green everywhere. There's a little bit of a collar detail here, and here, but really again, that's a fault of the anime character itself, as she really only wore a monocolored dress. But one thing I do find weird on this figure is that the top where her top of her dress is a separate green to the bottom. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. The top part is more forest green. Bottom has a little bit of a different shade. I don't know why they did this. It's disappointing for this character in terms of detail because in the anime, she either wore a jacket, which would have been nice to replicate on this figure, and she always seemed to be wearing a necklace, which obviously they don't have on this figure. If they added this on the figure, I think it would really add to the feel of the figure, as right now it's quite boring. I think this figure is actually the worst of the 6 in this set. Finally, we have Garo. He's in his evil, smirking expression, which is representative of the character. His hair is just one giant piece, but I like how it replicates the look of the show quite well. The jagged edges and the raised haircut, it's perfect. What I also like is the eyebrows. If you can see, they're also jagged like the hair, which is pretty cool. For the rest of the figure, if you look at his top, he's wearing a brown top and some light colored pants with a belt detail right here. Though I think in the anime, he was wearing a dark gray top, not a brown top. A little bit disappointed at this little missed detail. This figure, even though the top color is wrong, it's still very good because of the hair and expression. It's cool enough to make up for that. One of the best figures in this set. The set isn't cheap at around 5,000 yen plus shipping. And with the uneven quality of the designs within the set, I would say this set isn't really worth it unless you're a huge One Punch Man fan. Not that it really matters now anyways, since the sets are sold out. And at the few of the other sites I checked, they're also sold out. eBay sellers are selling these things for 10 to 60 US dollars a pop, which is nuts. At that price, it's definitely not worth it.